Welcome to your last week of US Studies learning. Now, this is our last full week of school. Then next week we get to have like some meet greet, get to see each other again real briefly. And then on the last day of school, we get to do some fun activities. So they'll be posting your schedule for that very, very soon, but we really would love for you to join us. I'd love to see you guys one more time. It just hasn't been the same not being in the classroom with you, getting to interact. So, as always, guys, if you need to contact me, email, Google Voice, contact me on Remind, whatever you need. Now is the time to ask because with less than 1 week of school left, you truly need to buckle down if you are going to get that grade that you want. Don't think, oh, I'm just going to phone it in. The year's over. There are still assignments to be done. This is the last week of work, so please let's do a great job and then we can go off and enjoy our summer. Hopefully get outside. So this week, you have a couple assignments. Now, important thing to remind you, the favor from Mr. Barr and the student rights survey, they're not required things. I would truly love if you did them. It would help me out and just be something nice. But if you can't, I get it. I just don't want you to feel like they are part of your grade. They are something that I really, really want you to do, but they're not something I'm going to grade you on. So this week you do have 2 assignments though. You should have turned in your Recreate a Historical Event video project by now. If not, get that thing turned in. Because honestly, I want to get it off your plate. You got 2 assignments this week. Let's do them. So this is your last blog post. You were thinking about how did you grow this year as a learner? So really being reflective about what you got out of this. How did you change? So what are your goals for 10th grade? And how are you actually going to work towards achieving them? And then, what is the greatest thing you learned from me this year? As well as, what could I do to improve my class in the future? Now, do not say, don't do class virtually. I had no control over that, guys. I want you to think about when we were in the classroom. What kinds of things did you like? What kind of stuff were really, really good versus what stuff could have been improved upon in some capacity? So, let me know, and as always, I will try to respond to you and try to give you some feedback on that, especially because if you tell me something, I do listen. I read what you say, and I really try to think, what can I do to be better? Reflection is part of life, and you being young adults, you're going to quickly learn that if you haven't already. Your other assignment this week is your children's history storybook. This is my favorite assignment that we do the entire year. So this is taking the place of like a final exam or anything. So you're going to tie together a couple things that we've done this year. Obviously our content, but on top of that, the IBMYP key concepts. So I'll review those with you because you might not have realized we've been doing them. Then we're going to we'll have time to share them on June the 9th during our last little brief class. So this assignment is due next Monday at 11:59 p.m. Do not turn it late. I have to turn in grades. So if it's late, then your grade is going to pay the price, unfortunately. The blog is, of course, due Friday at 3:30, as usual. So let's go over this children's book history assignment. Make sure you follow the grading criteria. So you get to create a children's book on an American history topic of your choice. Something that we learned about this year. So we're talking end of Reconstruction, beginning of Industrial Revolution, to the present day. So you have to decide, what kind of book do you want to write? It obviously has to be for children. So you're taking a big topic and cutting it down into something that's manageable for kids. Now, it needs to contain factual information. So I've had kids do things on topics that are pretty dark. at times. That's okay. But let's still make it meaningful. Don't make it blood, guts, rated R. Okay, let's keep it PG. Take a rated R topic, maybe, and let's cut it back. You can use some innuendo. You can use whatever you need to get to that point. If you have questions, send it to me. So, your book must include 8 facts. It must center around one of the key concepts. So, systems, a system of some sort. Global interactions, change, or time, place, and space. These are very broad topics, as you can see. So, you're going to utilize one of them in some capacity and explain at the end, like in an appendix at the back of the book, saying how it fit in with that. What you did, how it fit in there. So, first thing I say is brainstorm ideas. What can you write a children's book about? I know you're going to ask what the length is. The length of the book is really as long as it needs to be to get your point across. Kid-friendly language, use proper grammar and spelling. You got to have some sort of characters. You must have some sort of illustration with this, because you write the story first, of course. Then you break it up into multiple pages, and you put illustrations in there, because kids don't want to read books that don't have pictures. They want to have something that they can see. Think about someone who is much younger than you. I mean, maybe some of you still enjoy children's books. I know I enjoy a good children's book when I read them to my kids. You can find some very mature themes sometimes in kids' books. So let's use this opportunity to do something kind of fun. What is the problem that you're trying to achieve? Does the story have a good or a bad ending? Maybe not all stories have to have a good ending. Some of them have bad endings. So you may draw or paint illustrations, but I always put this in here. You can't print in my room. Well, obviously you can't print in my room because you are at home. So if you have an issue with any part of this assignment, you need to reach out to me. Let me know. Do not wait till the last second before you turn it in. Your illustrations may be in color or black and white. If you take artwork or a picture from somewhere, make sure you have a bibliography at the end to cite that. You must have some sort of a cover for your book. So it could be cardboard, it could be poster board, it could be construction paper. I really want this to be something tangible. Books are meant to be held, to be read. So your final book, while you can create it on the computer, think about printing this out. Let's have a hard cover of some sort. Let's make this look as authentic like a book. Do not give me a slideshow and say that's a book. Do not just... Now, if you give me like a document like this that has and you put a cover page on there and stuff like that, and everything is very, very clear, I understand that. But if you need help with this, reach out to me. Ask me what you think. Okay? Your MYP concept and US Studies topic, 20 points there. At least 10 to 12 pages are included. So that doesn't mean that every page has multiple paragraphs on it. Some of them are going to have maybe a sentence or two. Does your book have a cover? Does it have at least 8 illustrations? Did you use proper grammar and spelling? Is there a plot to the story? Is it neat and well put together? Guys, it needs to look nice. You have an entire week to do this. I expect that this is going to be good quality. And does it incorporate 8 U.S. history facts in there? So, this is our last assignment. This is awesome. You have a chance to do an awesome end to your year, or you have a chance to not have it end so hot. Make the right choice. Do well on this. Make me proud. I know you're capable of great things. So, work hard this week. If you need anything, reach out to me. and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.